How are we doing, guys? Here we go. Leeds United, first game back in the Premier League. 16 years. 16 years we've waited for this. And it doesn't get much easier, does it? The Premier League champions, the former European champions, away from home. A nice and easy start for the lads, isn't it, guys? A nice and easy start. Oh, blimey. It's not ideal, is it? It's not ideal at all. You know, looking at that fixture list, you know, we've got two top teams coming up in the first 4 games, Liverpool and Man City. But look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You have to take the positive of everything. You know, this season, we've got to look at things in perspective. You know, this game is not easy to start off with. I know we're all dreaming of getting a result here, but let's face it, realistically, in our heart of hearts, we're going into this game and we're thinking, if we get something here, it's an absolutely fantastic result. It's kind of a free hit for us here, and it's an opportunity from that point of view. You know, if we can go there and put in a performance, you know, not make, you know, if we can get a result, that's absolutely fantastic. But at the very minimum, we can put in a performance. You know, we can keep the ball well, we can show what we're about, we can play football, we can create chances, and we can show real positive signs for our season in the Premier League. Then I'll be happy. You know, I'll be happy. You know, if we can get a result from that, absolutely fantastic stuff. But we've got to be realistic here, guys. You know, I do think this could be a very successful season for Leeds. Don't get me wrong. But we've got to keep things in perspective. You know, if this game goes wrong, it goes wrong. It's a free hit. I'm going into this game, I'm not nervous at all. Look, I know we're facing Sadio Mane, Robertson Firmino, Mo Salah, Naby Keita, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk. Look, the whole team's full of world-class players. Yeah, the whole team. Every single position, there's a world-class player. We're playing arguably the best team in Europe. We have to keep that in perspective. You know, look, you know, I don't want to take things down too much, but I'm confident. I'm confident in the fact that we're going to put in a performance. Yeah, well, I don't think we're going to get a result. I'm going to be realistic. I don't think we're going to get a result, being in my heart of hearts, but we're going to put on a performance. I know this Leeds team, we're not going to go there and sit back. That's not in our nature. Pretty much, I don't know, 13, 14 out of the 20 Premier League teams will go to Anfield this season and sit back. Not this Leeds team, not Marcelo Bielsa. We will go to attack. It wouldn't surprise me if we have more ball possession. It wouldn't surprise me if we have more shots than Liverpool. Whether that's going to be enough, who knows? Because to beat Liverpool, it doesn't matter how well you play. You still need a bit of luck on your side as well, because you're facing top quality players. But I'm not nervous about this, guys. It's a free hit for us. It's a free hit at the end of the day. It's an opportunity for us to show what we're about and maybe really build some confidence. You know, if we can put in a performance similar to that FA Cup game against Arsenal in that first half, we can put in a performance like that again. You never know. You never know. We might really, you know, catch Liverpool cold. Maybe give Liverpool a bit of a fright, and that's all you can kind of ask for at this stage of the season. You know, to stay realistic. That might be me being negative. I'll probably get hammered in the comments for this, but I'm just giving you an honest match preview of this. There's no pressure on us here. You know, are we going to see Robin Koch from the start? Are we going to see Rodrigo Moreno from the start? Who knows? But I'm going to go through my team now, guys, and let you know the team I was going with for this game. Let us know what you think of this in the comments, guys. Right, guys, so this is the team I was going for this game. So let's start with the goalkeeper. It's an obvious one. It's so obvious. Illan Meslier in goal all day long. All day long, Illan Meslier in goal. Back 4, go Luke Ayling right back. Possibly controversial, this one, but I'm going to go Robin Koch to make his debut in this game. It's not an ideal debut. I mean, it's not an easy game against Roberto Firmino. It's possibly Robin Koch's most difficult game of the season on his debut. But for me, so crucial in terms of defending set pieces, in terms of playing the ball out the back, is so crucial in those 2 aspects of the game for me. And he's going to have to bring a lot to the team, and I think he will. You know, you've got the best set piece taker, the best set piece attacker, Trent taking set pieces, Virgil van Dijk attacking them. So crucial. You've got Robin Koch in the team, Illan Meslier commanding. It gives us a much better chance of defending those set pieces. But that's a huge threat from Liverpool. Those kind of opportunities. So crucial for me. Having Robin Koch's height at the back and his ability to play out the back, very crucial in this game. And it's important in general that we don't give away any stupid free kicks or any daft set pieces, just as much as we can avoid it, because that is a huge threat from Liverpool. You know, I've already said, you know, they are a huge threat on set pieces. So yeah, so Liam Cooper, Stuart Dallas is on the left side of the defence. But look, let's face it, Luke Ayling, Stuart Dallas are going to have Mo Salah and Sadio Mane in their back pockets. We all know it's going to happen, guys. 90 minutes, they're going to absolutely dominate that battle all day long for me. You know, you've got Luke Ayling, Stuart Dallas, the finest. They're all going to deal with it. It's going to be absolutely fine, guys. They're going to absolutely boss it for us on the day. KP holding midfield, England's number 6. No debate needed there. No even mention of why I'm playing KP there. It's so obvious. If you're questioning why I'm playing one holding midfielder, you haven't watched Leeds United. It's as simple as that. KP, the engine room of the team, the man who just glues it all together, holding midfield for this game, no doubt about it. Helder Costa on the right hand side for me, and left hand side I'm going to have Jack Harrison. Again, so crucial. The Jack Harrison, Helder Costa work back as well. You know Jack Harrison's going to do it. You know he's going to come back in support of Stuart Dallas. You know Helder Costa, his work rate has improved immensely. As last season went on, I'm confident it's going to give Luke Hayden plenty of support, and it gives us a better chance. If they're both working hard defensively, much better chance. It makes us much more difficult to play through. And then for me, centre midfielders, again, no real explanation needed. Mateus Click, again, I'm not sure how straight these lines are, to be fair, but you have to excuse me if this is a little bit out. I think, yeah, it's way out, but anyway, you can kind of genuinely see what I'm saying here. 4-1-4-1 as usual. So that's the midfield I go with. Again, the midfield that finished the season really strongly, has to start this game for me, that midfield. And then up top, I'm going to go Rodrigo Moreno. Again, controversial maybe, but I'm looking at this game specifically. I know it's a tough game to throw him into, but you got Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez. The only way you can possibly get to those two players for me is through pace. And Rodrigo Moreno offers that in abundance. Helder Costa offers that. Jack Harrison offers that. Let's just go with pace for this game. I love Patrick Bamford. I absolutely love Patrick Bamford. But for me, I'll go for Rodrigo in this game for that reason. Normally I would say, give Rodrigo time, but for this game, it's so important we've got pace. It's so important we've got pace on the transition. I'm going to explain to that. I'm going to go for Liverpool's tactics. It's so important we've got a pacey front three. They can catch Liverpool out of position when they try and press us, and we can play through the press, or when we win the ball back high. For me, Rodrigo should start this game. Controversial maybe, but for me, Rodrigo, Robin Koch should make their debuts. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't. But for me, that is the team I go with, and that is the purpose of this part of the segment. So you're going to probably give me a lot of stick, but that is just simply the team I go with. I don't think that'll be the team, but that is all. So let's talk about the opposition then. Liverpool, how will they set up? Well, I'm very much expecting a 4-3-3 from Liverpool. I don't see any reason why that will change. They've played that system throughout Jurgen Klopp's time at the club. I can't see that changing. But the only thing I do think will change is Gini Wijnaldum, one of Klopp's most trusted midfielders, probably won't start this game in the number 8 role. He's one of Klopp's most trusted players to keep the team compact, to lead the press. He probably won't start this game as he's been strong with Barcelona. So his head is probably not going to be right to start this game. And that's a little bit of a boost to us, but it's not that much of a boost because they've got top quality players to come into the team. So looking at the team I'm expecting from Liverpool in this game, so very much a back four, very consistent back four. Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold and Robertson the fullbacks, Gomez, Van Dijk. I can't see that changing at all, the back four. The midfield three, the one kind of area of contention potentially of who plays where, I'm expecting Fabinho, Henderson and Keita. The front three, and you just look at it and you just think, oh blimey, this is a complete step up in class, isn't it? And that's what you can say. It's a complete step up in class, this. Mo Salah, Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane. I mean, for me, that's the best front three in world football. It's the best front three in world football. And if we can keep that front three quiet, then the sky's the limit for Leeds United. But let's see how we do against this team. It's going to be really interesting to see how we do against this team. But how's Liverpool set up? Well, Liverpool are very much possession based. They very much, when they lose the ball, they look to press high. So as I'm going to show down here, Henderson, Keita, Mane, Salah, whenever they lose the ball, they make it really compact. The whole team presses here, and it make it really difficult for teams to play through Liverpool. They make it very, very difficult for teams to play through Liverpool. And it'd be interesting to see if we can play through this Liverpool press, because it's one of the best presses in the whole of Europe, if not the best press in Europe. So for me, it's important you have people like Robin Koch in the team, because Robin Koch is a fantastic ball-playing centre-back. That is one of his main strengths. You've got to have him in the team for me for that reason, to help us get the ball out of the back, because we're not just going to lump the ball forward, we're going to stick to our style and try and play through the press. Whether that's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, who knows, because Liverpool are a major threat with their press. When they win the ball back, they're a serious threat on the counter-attack. They win the ball back, normally Keita or Henderson, they're able to feed it into Mane, Firmino, Salah. You know, Firmino very much acts as like a number 10 as such. Salah, Mane, you know, make the runs inside. It's very, very difficult to stop Liverpool when they win the ball back in transition. So we've got to make sure Ayling and Stewie Dallas, fullbacks will probably start this game, they don't get caught too high up the pitch, because if you're leaving Sadio Mane, Mo Salah alone, they're going to score goals, and that's the thing we've got to face. If we make mistakes against teams like Liverpool, they're going to score. We made mistakes at times last season. We were fantastic last season. Last season was absolutely fantastic, but you've got to be perfect in games like this. No doubt about it. You've got to be perfect. You can't allow opportunities in transition, because Liverpool is such a threat in transition. You know, a lot's made for that midfield three. You know, Fabinho, Henderson, Keita. You know, they don't score enough goals, etc., etc. I totally disagree. I think it's an absolutely fantastic midfield. You know, even with Wijnaldum, it's an absolutely outstanding midfield. You know, well, with Wijnaldum as well. You know, it's a fantastic midfield. It works so well. It presses well. It's reliable on the ball. Very rarely gives the ball away. You know, it's a top quality midfield. It doesn't get many goals or assists, but in the stats obsessed world, you know, that's a big thing apparently. But for me, they're a massive threat in that midfield three, because they win the ball back so high at the pitch, and they're able to feed Firmino, Salah and Mane to punish us in transition. So we've got to be very, very aware of that. And that's one of Liverpool's main attacking threats, really. You know, the other thing you can kind of expect from Liverpool, just going to adjust the diagram a little bit here. Bear with me, first time using this technology. You know, we're getting a bit more technology into all Leeds TV. I hope you appreciate that, guys. Let us know in the comments what you're thinking about this kind of style of video. If you want me to do this more often with the previews, or you want me to do this every week with the previews, let me know in the comments down below. So that's what I'm kind of expecting, you know, in terms of in transition. They are so strong in the press, Liverpool. But in open play, what is Liverpool's main threat in open play? Well, for me, it's their ability to get crosses into the box. And the two main men for that are the fullbacks, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson. You know, both push high. Firmino, Salah, both tuck in. And then Alexander-Arnold and Robertson are just crossing ball after ball into the box. You know, one from the right, one from the left. It's so difficult to stop the cross, and that's one thing we've got to try and do our best on. You know, Jack Harrison and Helder Costa have got to work back on Saturday. You know, I know Jack Harrison will. I think Helder Costa's improved that side of his game massively this season, as last season went on, but they've both got to be absolutely spot on that side of the game. They've both got to provide the defensive coverage the team will need out wide, because that is Liverpool's main threat in open play for me. Robertson and Alexander-Arnold putting balls into the box. You know, Alexander-Arnold got 13 assists last season. Robertson got 12, 25 assists last season from the fullbacks. This is absolutely insane stuff. You know, it's stuff we haven't seen before in England. We're facing a really, really good team here. There's no way I can make this any different, guys. I'm sorry. I am really, really sorry, but we are facing a top quality team here. We've just got to really make sure we make it as difficult as we can for them. But if we can stop the cross coming into the box, we do make it more difficult for them. But one person to be aware of, if we are able to stop Robertson and Trent, you know, if we're able to get our fullbacks protection from Harrison and Costa and stop the crosses coming into the box, then we give ourselves a massive chance. We do genuinely give ourselves a massive chance, but you can't ignore Keita. You know, as last season went on, you know, after lockdown, Keita was really standing out for Liverpool. You know, I've watched a couple of games back from Liverpool, and before doing this preview, I always like to do a bit of research on the opposition, and Keita's really standing out in that midfield. You know, he's classed as a flop at the minute, but for me, he's going to really come into his own this season with Wijnaldum at the team. He's a massive threat. If he gets into these half spaces, you know, on both sides of the pitch, he gets crossed into the box, he cuts the ball back, he's got an end product about him, and he can hit the ball as well. So it's all well and good stopping the cross. We've got to be aware that Keita and Henderson can hit the ball from distance too. They have got a shot on them, and as has Mane and Salah. So we've got to try and make it as difficult as we can as possible against Liverpool. But with our ability to win the ball back, you are aware here, as I'm showing you the diagram, of how high Alexander and Robertson both push, both synchronised. They both push at the same time. And look how much space there is at the back. Look how much space there is. Very few teams are able to exploit it. Most teams sit back too much that they haven't got a threat in transition. We have, for me. You know, if we've got Rodrigo, we've got Costa, we've got Harrison, we've got real pace on the counter. And that's the only way I can really see us hurting Liverpool in open play, is in transition. And I'll tell you what, it's a chance for us. It is a chance for us if we're able to win the ball back high. You know, you might call me deluded, Liverpool fans might call me deluded there, but there is an opportunity for us if we can win the ball back high with Phillips and Click's passing range, getting the ball into that front three and catching Liverpool cold, catching Robertson and Alexander-Arnold out of position. Very, very few teams are able to do it because they don't have the passes and they sit back too much. So that's my thoughts on the game, guys. Make sure you get your comments down below. your thoughts on the game, your prediction, your team, whether you agree with my team or not. I'm sure you won't do, but make sure you get your comments in and explain where I've gone wrong with the team. So guys, I'm going to leave it there anyway. I've been Oscar Marriott, and make sure you check out our other videos in the build up to this game. We filmed with Anfield Agenda at the start of the week. Joe did a fantastic piece with Chris Pajak from Redmen TV earlier on in the week too, so make sure you check out that preview as well, and there'll be plenty of content in and around the game too. We'll be doing the live watch along as usual, and of course our post-match reviews. And if you haven't done already and you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to all Leeds TV, because we have a Premier League roundup coming up this week as well, just reviewing the weekend's games. It's so exciting. It's genuinely so exciting, guys. Let's just give it our best shot. It's a free hit for us. Give it our best shot. See how we go, how we do. Let's just not hand anything to Liverpool. If Liverpool are going to beat us, make sure it's from a moment of quality and not a mistake from Leeds United. And that's all I can say, guys. That's all I want from this Leeds team in this game. Put on a show and see if we can make it as difficult for Liverpool as possible. I'm going to leave it there, guys, anyway. See you later.